Hello children, welcome back to Max Make Easy. Let's continue with exponents exercise 5b part 2. Children, if you have any doubts or unable to solve any question from your academic syllabus in Max, you can just post your question in a comment section. I will surely make a video on that problem and upload it as soon as possible. Here in this exercise, right, I'm going to use the exponents formula for solving the problems, right? So before solving the problem, here is a set of formulas which are very useful. Before starting to do the problems, you just learn this formulas, right? You have to learn this six seven formulas. You have to learn all the seven formulas. Just write down in a paper and revise it daily. Just pause this video and write this for set of formulas in a paper and practice it daily. If you get this formulas, the seven formulas, but in this exercise we are not going to use this two formulas. Other than that, we are going to use the first five formulas and revise it daily. Children, daily you have to revise it. Just at least spend 2 minutes for studying this formula. Then you can able to solve these problems very easily. And in this class, I'm going to explain you how to remember these formulas in an easy way, right? Okay, let's enter into our first question. 2 to the power of 8 divided by 2 to the power of 3, right? So here this is one exponential form and this is the one more exponential form. We are going to divide the exponential form without using a formula. You will just put 2's 8 times and 3 and this 2 3 times and you will just cancel it, right, without using a formula. In case if it is 2 to the power of 130 and 2 to the power of 1000, if it is so, how you will you solve it? It will be difficult, right? You cannot write 1000 times or 2000 times 2's and cancel it, right? So for that is the purpose we are going to use the formulas. I hope it's clear now, right? Why we are using a formulas. If it is small values, you can just put it 8 times and directly cancel it with the 2 to the power of 3 times, right? But here we are going to use the formulas. This will be very helpful when the power numbers are too larger, right? Power numbers are too larger. Even the if the base is also too large, then it would be difficult, right? If it is 63 to the power of 100, then it is very difficult to solve it, right, divided by some larger numbers. So in that case we are going to use a formula. Today in our section we are going to learn how to use a formulas for solving this problem. Look here children, you can write this in this way, right? 2 to the power of 8 divided by 2 to the power of 3. As soon as you see this question, you should able to remember a formula, right? If it is so, if you are perfect in those seven formulas, you can solve it. From that set of formulas, this uh, is exactly matches with a to the power of m, a to the power of n, right? See, look here children, you should remember this. Here the base part should be same. Look here, even in this formula the base is same, a. If it is a and b, then this formula is not applied. That is 2 to the power of 8 divided by 3 to the power of 3. If it is 3 to the power of 3, if it is 3 instead of this 2, you cannot apply this formula. Is it clear children? The base should be same because see the formula. In a set of formulas which I have given, you might have seen this formula, a to the power of m by a to the power of n. But there are two formulas children. Two formulas are there, a to the power of m by n, in two conditions. In one condition m is greater, in another condition n is greater. Just have a check in that paper. Is it? So how to select the which formula should be applied over here, right? Many children will be having a doubt how to choose. There are two formulas, when to use which formula, right? So look here children, that's why I have written it clearly, where a is equal to 2, that is base is 2. Look here carefully, yum, what is yum? 8. Just compare this two. A is 2 and what is yum? A to the power of yum. Here on the top, a to the power of yum, that is 8 is the yum. 8. And what is yan? It is 3. I'm just comparing these two formulas children. This formula with the question that they have given. We are comparing these two. So I'm getting this value, right? If you just look at just have a look at that paper children, you might have seen two, that is two formulas, that is one is yum is greater, in another one yan is greater. Here we are going to use yum is greater. Look here, yum is 8 and yan is 3. Which one is greater? Yeah, either yum or yan. Yum is greater, right? So just write down yum is greater formula. This is the reason we are going to use this formula. See here also yum is greater. I have given one condition is yum is greater and another condition yan is greater. So this is the formula you have to use it. I hope it's clear now which formula you have to use. And one more thing children, to remember this formula easily. See, yum is greater and n is smaller, right? So this smaller number should get to the bigger number. Right? For asking something, we should go to the elders. You should not call sitting at one place, and you should not call the elders, right? You should go there. So here n is the smaller one, right? So n should go to the yum. For remembering the formula I'm telling you. So a to the power of yum minus n. So as it is going up to the top, it becomes minus. You can just remember like this in a simple way. You should go to the elders and speak. You should not sit at one place and call the elders, right? So with this example, just remember this formula children. I hope it's clear, right? Okay, so now this is the data, right? A is 2 and m is 8 and n is 3. We got it from this question itself when comparing with the formula. Now in this part, you can just substitute these values, that is a is equal to 2, m is equal to 8, n is equal to 3, right? Because it is same as this one. Question is same as this one now. See, both are same. So what is equal to? A to the power of m minus n. What is 8? What is a? 2. What is m? 8. What is n? Minus 3. Now here look at the power children, plus 8 minus 3. One is having positive, other is having negative. So just put the bigger number sign, that is 8. What sign it is having? Plus. So plus, just put a plus sign and subtract it. 8 minus 3 will be 5. So 2 to the power of 5 is the answer. So 2 to the power of 5 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So 5 times you have to multiply 2 and you will get it as 32 is the answer. I hope it's clear. Let's move. Here is our second question. Children, watch this video till the end because I am going to do the problems on different methods, right? So using a different formulas. So don't miss it children. So 2 to the power of 3 divided by 2 to the power of 8. So this can be written as this part, right? You can write it like this. Just if you have a look again, you will remember a formula, right? A to the power of m divided by a to the power of n. It is in the form of a to the power of n divided by a to the power of n. So here a is 2. Just compare this formula with the question they have given, right? And what is m? 3 and n is 8. This is what I have written over here, right children? Okay, so now again you are having a two formulas, right? So how to choose which formula you have to use? Look here children, what is m? 3 and what is n? 8. So which is greater? Yeah, either m or n. Which is greater? N is greater, right? So you have to use n is greater condition. As I said you how to remember it, right? So a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n. N is greater here. Who is the bigger one? n is bigger one, right? So the rule is smaller one should come to the elder one, right? One should come to elder one and ask anything what they want, right? So similarly, I am going to get this yum to n. When it is coming to the other side, it becomes minus yum. And since it is coming over here, for numerator you have to place 1. Is it clear, children? It should be written as n minus m. Don't change the position also, right? Just remember this formula. As I said you should go to the elder one and ask whatever you need. You can't sit at one place and call the elder, right? In my childhood days, I used to remember my formula like this, and it was very easy for me. So I am teaching you this. I hope you will also easily remember it and it will be easy for you. Just I'm going to substitute it over here. 1 by what is a? 2. What is n? 8 minus what is yum? It's 3. So write down just 3. I hope it's clear. One is having positive, that is plus 8, another is minus 3. So one is plus and another is minus. Just put the bigger number sign. That is, what is the bigger number? 8. What sign it has? Plus. So put plus sign and subtract it. It will be 1 by 2 to the power of 5. Right? So here you can even use a inverse formula, but I'm not going to use it in my next videos. I will make a clear videos on that. So 2 to the power of 5 is nothing but 32. So 1 by 32 is the answer. Let's start with third question. So if you look at this question, just check that paper, children. In a list of formula, can you match any formula with this? Yes, only one formula, right? It is in the form of a to the power of m into a to the power of n, right? So what is a over here? 2. And what is m? 6. And what is n? 0. Is it clear? Now, what is the formula of this? Just compare with formula. Which formula suits it better? Suits our question. So, if you find it out, what is the answer for this? A to the power of m into n is a to the power of mn. So, we are multiplying m into n, right? So, just substitute the values over here. Then it will be, what is a? 2 into what is m? 6 into what is n? 0. 6 into 0. So 6 zeros are 0. That is 2 to the power of 0. Again here, you can see one more formula. Just check that paper, children. Do you have any formula on this? You might have already found it off, right? So it is in the form of a to the power of 0. What is a over here? It is 2. What is the formula of a to the power of 0 is 1. So you need to remember this formula, children. If you remember formula, it is very easy. So our answer is 1. That is 2 to the power of 0 is also 1. Even 100 to the power of 0 is also 1. I hope it's clear. Let's move on to the fourth question. 3 to the power of 0 whole to the power of 6. So this is our question. Even here, if you have a look, it is in the form of a to the power of m into n, where a is equal to 3, m is equal to 0, and n is equal to 6. Now what is this formula? A to the power of m whole to the power of n. A to the power of mn. This is the formula, right? So just substitute these values over here. Then it will be a to the power of 0 into 6. So 6 zeros are 0. 3 to the power of 0. What is again? Just compare with any formula you have. Yes, it is in the form of a to the power of 0, where a is equal to 3. So a to the power of 0 is equal to 1 is a formula. Hence, 3 to the power of 0 is also 1. I hope it's clear. Let's move on to the fifth question. 8 to the power of 3 into 8 to the power of minus 5 into 8 to the power of 4. Actually, in your books, they might have given only for the two, that is m and n. Here, there is one more extra, that is one more exponential form, one more exponential form. So for that, it is in the form of a to the power of m into a to the power of n into a to the power of p. You can consider any number, children, right? Because if it is o, then again you might have think a to the power of 0. That's why I have made it as p, where a is equal to 3, m is equal to 3. This is m. This is n. N is minus 5 and p is 4, right? So in this case, what is the formula is? A to the power of m into a to the power of n into a to the power of p is equal to a to the power of m plus n plus p. Right? You have to add all the powers. Simply you can remember that when bases are equal, powers can be added. You can even remember like this. Right? My teacher used to keep on repeating this. Always when she writes this formula, she will tell when bases are equal, powers must be added. So it is still in my mind. So now just substitute the values over here. Then it will become, what is 8? 8. 8 to the power of 3 plus, what is n? Minus 5 plus 4. Now just remove these braces and multiply this. Plus into minuses, minus. So 3 minus 5 plus 4. Now one is having positive, other is having negative. First I am going to do this one first. 3 minus 5. So put the bigger number sign and subtract it. 5 is the bigger number and what sign it has? Minus. So minus 2 plus 4. Now one is having negative, other is having positive. So put the bigger number sign. Bigger number is 4. So what sign does it have? Plus. Plus sign and subtract it. It will be 8 to the power of 2. 8 8 is 64. I hope it's clear. Let's move on with the sixth question. Here is our sixth question. 5 to the power of 4 into 5 to the power of 3 divided by 5 to the power of 5. Here children, whenever they give us problem to evaluate, look here children, you are having multiplication and division. 2 are over here, right? So whenever they ask to simplify or evaluate and you are having multiplication, division, addition, subtraction in one equation or in one expression, then you have to first check it out with Dom's rule. Sorry, Bodmer's rule. BODMA. Yes, if you're following my channel, you might have got a good idea about this. I have made a clear video depending on based on this Bodmer's rule and explained it clearly. Right? If you have missed it, you can just check it out in my channel. You will find a detailed explanation of more than 20 problems on different methods. Right? Here B means bracket of. This is a small description children for who has missed my class. D means division, M means multiplication, A means addition and subtraction, right? So you have to follow depending on uh, this preference, right? First you have to solve whatever numbers are there in the braces. Here there is no braces, right? So we are going to start with division. Do you have any division? Yes, this part is having division. So this division should be done first. Then you have to go for the multiplication. I hope it's clear. So just take this part, this division part, and I'm writing down as 5 to the power of m, 5 to the power of 3 divided by 5 to the power of 5. I'm going to solve only this one part first, because according to Dom's rule you have to solve the division first. So I'm going to divide this. Here, look here children, it is in the form of a to the power of m, a to the power of n. Right? And where a is equal to 5, m is equal to 3 and n is equal to 5. Here whether m is greater or n is greater, n is greater. So you have to use the formula of n is greater than m. Simple. I hope it's clear. So this is the formula, and I have already explained you in my second problem about how to write this formula and remember it. So just substitute the values over here, then it will be 1 by what is a 5 to the power of 5 minus 3. Right? So here one is having positive, other is having negative. Just put the bigger number sign and subtract it. You will be getting 1 by 5 to the power of 2. So keep this as it is, children. Now just replace this 5 to the power of 3 divided by 5 to the power of 5 with 1 by 5 to the power of 2. Now just place this beside to this as it is, and 5 to the power of 4 into 1 by 5 square. It becomes 5 to the power of 4 by 5 to the power of n. Again this is in the form of a to the power of m by a to the power of n, where a is equal to 5 and m is equal to 4 and n is equal to 2. Here just compare m and n. M is greater than n, right? So you have to use this formula. We all know that a to the power of m by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m minus n. What is a? 5. What is m? 4 minus 2. One is having positive sign, other is having negative sign. Just put the bigger number sign and subtract it. 4 is having the positive sign, so put plus sign and subtract it. It will be 5 to the power of 2. So 5 5s are 25 is our answer. I hope it's clear. It is very easy, children. Just you need to remember the formula. Seventh question. 5 to the power of 4 divided by 5 to the power of 3 into 5 to the power of 4. Even here, which part you are going to do first? Even here you have to use the Bodmas rule, that is BOD for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, and S for subtraction. So according to this preference you have to solve the problem. It is very easy. So first we have to do the division. There is no braces or bracket. So division is first preference. So we are going to solve this division part. I am just considering this part, that is 5 to the power of 4 divided by 5 to the power of 3. This is in the form of a to the power of m by a to the power of n, where a is equal to 5, m is equal to 4 and n is equal to 3. Now what is the formula? Since m is greater than n, we are going to use this formula. Now just substitute the values and you will get what is a? It is 5, m is 4, n is minus 3. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So 5 to the power of 1 is the answer, and here still you have to multiply with 5 to the power of 5. In the question they have asked even this, right? But we have solved only this part because according to Bodmas, division should be solved first. Right? If you do the multiplication first, you won't get the answer. In some questions you may get it, but in some you might not get the answer. So if you follow this Bodmas rule, it would be better. So 5 to the power of 1 into 5 to the power of 5. So here, in which form it is in? In your paper, you can just check it out. It is in the form of a to the power of m into a to the power of n, where a is equal to 5, m is equal to 1 and n is equal to 5. It is having only one formula, so no need to check for any condition. A to the power of m into a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. When bases are equal, powers can be added. Now just substitute it. What is a? It is 5. And what is m? 1. What is n? 5. So 1 plus 5 will be 6. So 5 to the power of 6. So 5 to the power of 6 is 15,625 is the answer. Now let's move on to the 8th question. 4 to the power of 4 divided by 4 to the power of 3 into 4 to the power of 0. Look here, children. How to solve this problem? So you might have thinking that we have to do the first, according to the Bodmas rule, you have to do this division first. right? Why to make the things complicated? First, if you solve this problem, you might have reduced it half. Afterwards, first solving the division and then multiplying with the 4 to the power of 0 and so on, it makes your problem lengthier, right? So if you make this as 1, this 4 to the power of 0, right? It is in the form of a to the power of m. Sorry, a to the power of 0, children. Sorry, children. A to the power of 0. What is a? A is 4. That is a to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So 4 to the power of 0 is equal to also 1. I hope it's clear. Now, since it is 1, you can just neglect this, because when you multiply it with 1, it will become the same. It will be same as 4 to the power of 4 divided by 4 to the power of 3. So you can write it down as a to the power of m by a to the power of n, where a is equal to 4, m is equal to 4, and n is equal to 3. If you compare this to m and n, we all know that m is greater. So you have to use this formula, m is greater than n condition. Formula with m is greater than n formula. Now just substitute the values. What is a? 4, 4 to the power of 4 minus 3. One is having positive, other is having negative. Just put the bigger number sign and subtract it. It will be 4 to the power of 1. So we all know that 4 to the power of 1 is nothing but 4. Here is our ninth question. 3 to the power of 5 into 4 to the power of 7 into 5 to the power of 8 whole to the power of 0. Look here, children. Here the bases are different. See, it is 3, it is 4, and here it is 5. So you cannot apply the formula. When bases are equal, then only you can add the powers. Here you cannot add the power, right? When bases are different, you should not add it, right? When bases are equal, only at that time you can add it. That is, all should be 2 or all should be 5. It should be same. But here you can find one more formula. It is in the form of a to the power of 0. Where a is 3 to the power of 5 into 4 to the power of 7 into 5 to the power of 8. So we assume this has a base. This is a, and here is the power 0. So what is the a to the power of 0? It is nothing but 1. Hence 3 to the power of 5 into 4 to the power of 7 into 5 to the power of 8 whole to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So our answer is 1. It is very easy. They can even ask in a fill in the blanks. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and hit the bell button. Check the description box for more problems on exponents. Thank you.